What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Colxrless, and I'm back with another advanced warfare video for you guys. And today I will be showing y'all my MLG tips and tricks video, but today I'm going to be doing it a little different. I'm going to be going over the whole Biolab Hardpoint and everything you want to do, and the perfect setup for each hill, and how you want to rotate if somebody dies on the hill. So starting off, we're going to be on the Sentinel spawn, and this is a good spawn. And what you want to do is have one person break over towards green and just sit top blue and watch green, because people are obviously going to be coming from green to try and get spawns. And your next person is probably going to be want to rush heal and just get in the heal, watch ice maybe. Whatever you want to watch, just watch ice, pick up ice. If they need your help green, you can turn around and help green. If nobody pushes ice, you can just kind of chill and heal for a minute and say, hey, nobody push me, be careful. And then you're probably going to have one person running off the break towards purple maybe. Our team doesn't like that. We have one person push purple, mainly our OBJ player. He pushes purple, tries to pick up a few kills, then he pushes through ice into the hill, and so that he can hold time in the hill. And our last person is kind of our roamer. This is basically on every hill. He can roam, watch green if our teammate needs it. If they're not pushing green, watch blue cut, help out with ice maybe, push up through purple to get to ice. That's basically how you're going to want to have it set up. And on this hill, rotations if someone dies are really important, because if your guy that's watching green dies, then they have all of green, they have all of dip and blue, they can push in blue and get spawns for this hill. So what you're going to want to have to do is the person watching blue coach something that's going to have to rotate back and pick up green. And the person that's watching ice is going to have to rotate back and pick up blue cut maybe. And the person that was watching purple or say will have to push up and go into heal. And the person off of spawn will have to push up into purple and keep watching purple. So basically you're just rotating. That was kind of a bad example. But you're just rotating back and rotating and picking up the spot that the last person missed. Basically, so if the person is closest to that green will fall back and pick up green. So that off spawn, the person who's off spawn has the shortest distance to run to get to his location where he has to watch. That's basically your game plan for this hill. Now, next hill, you can do it however you want. We prefer to run either down ice or down bio, or not down bio, down purple to bio, or all the way around to useless to get control of the next hill. And on this hill, we usually have our first player rotated about 20, usually our AR Slayer, so we can pick up spawns and hold them really easily. And then our next player rotated 15, and then the next player rotated 10, and then the last person is there for the last 10 seconds, scrap time. Because if you play a team that knows what they're doing, they aren't going to push the hill with 10 seconds left, unless they're pushing through the hill to try and get to the next hill. But then again, it is just 10 seconds, it's not going to hurt you too bad. Unless it is a really close game and you need that time, then you're going to want to push for scrap time, and you're going to want to keep people there. But we'll save that for another video. And you're going to want to have one person on this next hill watching spawns. They're probably going to spawn in purple or green. But a lot of times they'll spawn purple and run through bio. And these are just easy picks for an AR Slayer right here. They push you at spawn, you can just hop up here and look at useless. And this is a really easy spot for an AR Slayer to go. And your next player is going to be your OBJ player. He's going to be in heal most of the time. He can peek right here and look purple, or he can peek over here and look red gen. Just check everything out. And he can really do anything. He can kind of be considered a roamer, but he really stays inside of the hill. And yeah, that's what he's going to be doing. And most of the time, you're going to want to have somebody always on top esky. You know, he can sit up here, help people. If they're all bio, you can easily jump up here and watch bio. If they're pushing orange zone, you can call it out and check out orange zone and what they did. And if they're pushing through green, you can also help there. But you always want to have somebody top esky, because if the opponents get top esky and get control of top esky, they can pick off your players and heal super easy. Because one, they're above them, and two, they got a pretty nice head glitch up here. And you can just pick people off in corners everywhere, really. So what I usually do, I'll usually sit about right here maybe, and I'll just pick people up as they come. Maybe I'll get up here and check it every once in a while. And your last person is going to be your roamer. He can, a lot of times, if I'm the roamer, I sit right here and try to pick them off from green. And I just play like this. And we're going to talk about rotation on every single hill. I'm going to try to, but I'm going to talk fast, guys, so this video don't last forever, because we're only on the second hill, and we're already almost 5 minutes into it. So if, say your AR Slayer dies in the back, your guy that's top esky or in the hill, it all depends on who wants to, is going to rotate back and pick up where the AR Slayer was. then depending on who rotated back, I would say the OBJ player would probably rotate back to AR Slayer. The guy top Esky is gonna come down and sit right here, and play heal, play OBJ. And the guy that was Roman is gonna drop back here and sit top Esky and watch here. And then the guy that spawns, he'll probably either spawn purple or green. He'll probably spawn green because if they're pushing through purple. And, oh, sorry for that, that's really loud, I know it is. If they're pushing through purple or useless, they'll land right here. I mean, we won't spawn on snow anymore, because if our AR Slayer dies in snow, there's a 90% chance that he will not spawn in snow because he just died there. So, he's probably going to spawn up here, but if he does spawn in snow, you can just hold your normal spots. But he's probably going to spawn green, so he's going to rotate back and pick up where that guy was. And on rotation, again, you're going to have somebody rotate at 20, 15, and 10 for blue hill. And we usually like to rotate through green because I feel like it's easier to break this hill from green. So you can pick people off from everywhere. You're going to want to have one person in the hill, the OBJ, obviously. In this hill, we usually have 2 players stacked in hill, sometimes even 3. Like, say they're spawning purple, we'll have 2 people just camping in corners and stuff, just waiting until they push. Then we'll have 1 person in the window watching purple from the hill. And we'll just have them right here. And then the last person will be probably the AR Slayer, will be outside of the hill trying to hold spawns over towards green, maybe watch green, peek over towards purple if we need help over there. And on this hill, it's really awkward because if somebody dies, it's really unpredictable where they spawn. They might be in bio, they might spawn over there if you're still holding spawns. But it's really, really awkward, so you'll just have to see where they spawn to rotate. So I won't go too in depth on that right here. Next here, just going to rotate over through green. You can rotate a little later because this hill is really, really close. And this hill, a lot of times, is usually just fighting for scrap time. But you can maybe on this hill, you can rotate somebody at 15, 10, and 5 since it's so close. And a lot of times, you're going to want your AR Slayer to sit up top here, watching at turbine, make sure they don't get here before your team. Because he's usually going to be the first person to rotate, and he'll be sitting up here making sure that your team gets there before the enemy does. And your OBJ guy, whatever, he can sit right here. This is a really good spot because he can't be seen from back green. So if you lose spawns and you know your teammates are spawning red, you can just stand up and peek green. Or if you're getting pinched, you can just lay right here and they won't be able to see you from green side unless you're called out. They'll pick you up. But and a lot of times somebody will sit in this corner and jump. Just make sure you're aware of that. Or sometimes he'll even sit up here in this light post. This is a pretty good spot to pick people off if they're coming from green side. But if the last person, like the OBJ player that picks up scrap time on this hill or whoever does it, usually won't be in this hill because the last person on that hill will usually come down here and watch ice or watch purple so that you hold spawns, because if you lose green spawns, you kind of lost the hill because they can come anywhere from green. It's such an open area. And there's only so many places in the hill that you can be. And you don't want to get trapped in the regen area. So you're going to have one, he's going to be watching ice or picking up watching purple or whatever it is on this hill. And that's basically the perfect setup for this hill. And if somebody dies, say somebody died, the guy, top turbine dies. The person that's watching ice is going to want to rotate over and pick up top turbine. And the guy that spawns back green is going to want to rotate ice and watch ice. And that's all you have to do. The 2 people in hill rarely move on this hill unless you start spawning regen. Hey, we spawn back snow. The 2 people in here are going to want to push out and try to get spawns back for your team. And, on this next hill, you want to have somebody rotate fairly early at about 20, but then the next 2 can rotate at about 10 and 5 because you're going to want people watching everything in this hill. And it's really, really hard to break, or it's really, really hard to hold this hill because if somebody dies, then they won't be able to hold the hill most likely because you have one person watching orange tunnel from right here, say. One person watching ice from right here. One person watching snow from right here or right here. And then you have one person watching purple or is in purple or is playing right here. And what I mean by you probably won't hold the hill if somebody dies. Alright, say the guy watching ice or the guy watching purple dies. And so they have purple control now. You never want them to have purple control. Because the guy that's watching ice is now vulnerable to everybody that's in purple because they can see it perfectly fine. So he has to turn and watch purple or else he'll die there. That means your guy watching snow is going to be vulnerable to anybody who's coming through ice. So unless you just stand right here, but this is an easy spot to get picked from. So he'll have to turn around and watch ice. And that leaves snow wide open. So the guy watching orange tunnel is going to have to turn around and pick up snow or else he's going to die from behind. But that leaves orange tunnel wide open. So if they do a split push and they push from 2 different directions and you don't really know where they're pushing from, and somebody's dead and heal, it's gonna be really hard to hold it unless they push from the door that you're watching. But it still is gonna be really hard to hold it. And just a quick pointer, if they're pushing through purple and you see all 4 of them in purple, call out to your teammates that they're all in purple, because if they're all 4 in purple, there's no way it's going to be coming from orange tunnel. So just be sure to call out on this hill. And one thing I forgot to do was I forgot to show the break off the first hill for Atlas spawn, so I'm going to go and do it real quick. It will be at the end of the video, but it will be here. It's better late than never. So you're going to want somebody, or you're going to want at least 2 people, probably 2 AR players pushing green side, because on this hill, this game is, or this map is kind of one of the maps that you can run 2 AR slayers or you can run 1 AR. It really just depends on what the other team is running and what your team's playstyle is. So they'll push up here. They'll try to pick the guy off top blue. That's most likely where he's going to sit. Or you're going to be top big crane or down low. You just want to try to break the hill and push through blue to get blue spawns. And usually what I do, because people don't really expect it, is I just turn on overclock. I rush straight through the middle of the map. I just sprint down eyes, and I just slide in hill and boost jump and just pick people off over there. Or catch if they're coming blue cut or push through hill. And, oh, excuse me, I just burped. If I jump up and I see them blue cut and they're just sitting there, I can call it to my teammate, the last guy that's going to push purple. He'll know that they're blue cut or how many's there, and he'll be able to pick them off one by one as we go. And that's just a basic setup for that hill. And once you get set up on that hill, it's hard. It's easier said than done. Once you get set up, you're just going to do the normal rotations from there on out. But again, guys, this is the perfect setup for each of these hills. This isn't how you're going to be every time. A lot of times people will be dying constantly. It'll be really hard to hold the hill. And yeah, it's just going to be hard. If you start spawning out, that's a completely different story. And I can put up videos on how to break hills too. These are really videos on how to hold hills. But I can put up some videos on how to break the hill too, if that's something y'all like to see. But that's going to be the first video of Biolab Hardpoint. My next video will probably be Detroit Uplink. I mean, not Detroit Uplink, Detroit Hardpoint. I'll get through all the hardpoints, then I'll do all the uplinks. And I'm not sure if I'll do search and destroys, because, you know, that's kind of useless. You just got to make your own team strategy to search and destroy with it. But yeah, guys, this is going to be the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed. And let me know if you want to see more of this series in the future. But thank you all for watching. I'm Colxrless, and I'm out.